The cat who refused to leave the last train. They shut down the city at midnight. All trains stopped. All lights went dark. Everyone escaped. Everyone, except one cat who sat alone on platform 7. Staring down the tunnel like he was waiting for something terrible to return. Platform 7. The evacuation sirens didn't scream, they howled, echoing through the underground like a warning from the bones of the city itself. Red lights flashed along the tiled walls as commuters ran in every direction, fear-erasing manners, memories, and mercy. Shoes slapped against wet concrete. Someone fell. No one stopped. Platform 7 shook as the final train arrived. Doors opened for exactly 12 seconds. People poured in, clutching bags, children, phones, anything they thought mattered. The conductor shouted, "Last call," and the doors slammed shut with a metallic finality that felt like a verdict. When the train vanished into the tunnel, silence rushed in to replace the panic. The lights flickered once, twice, and died. The platform was officially abandoned, written off as empty by a system that trusted numbers more than reality. From beneath a broken vending machine, Ash stepped into the open. His fur was charcoal black, rough and uneven, with patches missing where the cold had bitten hardest. One eye reflected the darkness perfectly. The other remained cloudy, a souvenir from a life no one remembered. Ash didn't panic. He didn't run. He sat near the edge of the platform, tail curled tightly around his paws, ears forward. His body was still, but his instincts screamed. Something was wrong, not above ground, but below. The tunnel exhaled a breath of warm, sour air. Ash leaned forward, staring into the blackness as if it were staring back. And in that moment, while the city fled, the cat stayed, the locked city. Above the subway, the city of Greyfall sealed itself like a tomb. Streets emptied. Doors locked. Emergency broadcasts looped endlessly, chemical contamination detected. Evacuate immediately. The system declared the underground cleared. But systems don't smell fear. Ash did. A sharp, bitter scent burned his nose, chemical, unnatural, wrong. His ears flattened as a faint vibration traveled through the rails beneath his paws. Not a train. Not machinery. Something slower. Something alive. Ash limped toward the maintenance corridor, favoring his injured back leg. Every step hurt, but the smell grew stronger, pulling him forward like gravity. His whiskers trembled as the air thickened. The lights were gone now. Only emergency glow strips cast long shadows along the walls. Ash's paws made no sound as he crossed into a tunnel no human was meant to walk alone. Then he heard it, not loud, not clear, but unmistakable. A broken, trembling breath, the cry beneath the rails. The maintenance tunnel narrowed until Ash had to flatten himself against the wall. Pipes hissed overhead. Condensation dripped steadily like a ticking clock. Then he saw her. A little girl. No older than 6. Curled behind a steel beam, face streaked with dirt and tears, hands clamped over her mouth to silence herself. Her backpack lay nearby, abandoned like hope. Ash froze. Humans were unpredictable. Loud. Dangerous. But this one didn't move. She only watched him with wide, terrified eyes, the eyes of someone who had been left behind. The air burned her lungs. Ash could smell it on her breath, sharp, shallow, panicked. She was running out of time, and she didn't know it. Slowly, Ash stepped closer. Saturday. He looked at her. And then he did something he had never done for a human before. He meowed, loud, cracked, desperate. A sound that wasn't fear. It was a call for help. The choice. Ash turned and ran, not away, but toward danger. His limp worsened as he raced up the stairwell, claws scraping against metal steps slick with condensation. He burst back onto platform 7, leaping onto an abandoned control console. His paw slammed into loose panels. Tools clattered. A long-forgotten sensor flickered to life. Somewhere above ground, a monitor blinked red dot platform 7. Ash didn't know this. He only knew the girl was still breathing, barely, and the air was getting worse. He ran back down into the tunnel without hesitation. The gas crept closer now, a pale fog crawling along the floor like a living thing. Ash's lungs burned. His vision blurred. Still, he pressed on. He reached the girl again and lay beside her, pressing his small, shaking body against her chest. His purr was deep and slow, a rhythm meant to keep her breathing steady. Poison air. The fog swallowed the tunnel. Ash's body trembled violently as every breath felt heavier than the last. His paws went numb. His ears rang. The girl clutched his fur, crying silently into his neck. "Don't leave," she whispered, not knowing if he could hear her. Ash stayed awake through sheer will. He focused on her heartbeat. One beat. Then another. As long as it continued, he would not move. Somewhere far away, alarms finally screamed. Doors reopened. The city realized it had miscounted. Flashing lights pierced the fog. Footsteps echoed. Voices shouted orders. A firefighter dropped to his knees when he saw them. "She's alive," he whispered. "And the cat." He stayed. The rescue. Ash was lifted gently, wrapped in a blanket that smelled like smoke and safety. His breathing was shallow. His body burned and froze at the same time. The girl reached for him as they carried her away. "Please don't take him," she cried. "He saved me." Medics worked frantically. Oxygen masks. For lines. Time fought against fragile life. News cameras arrived. Then silence. No one spoke loudly, not in the presence of something so small and brave. Ash's heart slowed, then steadied. Against all odds, he clung to the world. Greyfall had evacuated a city. But a cat had saved a child. 1 year later. Platform 7 reopened with fresh paint and brighter lights. But one thing remained unchanged. A small plaque on the wall read, "Here stayed the one who refused to leave." Ash sat beneath it, older, slower, wrapped in a red collar that finally had a name engraved on it. The girl visited every week, now taller, braver, never without treats in her pocket. Trains came and went. Life resumed. But some people paused when they passed the plaque. They looked down. And remembered. Some heroes don't run. They don't shout. They don't leave. They stay. If this story moved you, like this video. Subscribe for more powerful animal stories. And comment "He stayed" if you believe animals are true heroes.